We say it's the most wonderful time of the year. Twinkle lights, special music, drinks, food. We make our homes very festive, and we shop till we literally drop. But for some, I should say, the holidays are stressful. Our emotions are high. We feel exhausted. Dr. Forrest Sauer from Twin Oaks Health is with us to share some natural tips for coping with holiday stress. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
We love talking about natural things too,
Yes.
and I think your tips are going to be fantastic. But first of all, I want to know what are some of the factors that really affect our emotions over the holidays?
Great question. And the more that you can do for yourself to eliminate the amount of emotional stress that we do all undergo during this holiday time, it's one of my favorite times of year.
Absolutely.
It's great. But there is a lot of stress.
Right, and it's different than our everyday stress.
Absolutely.
As well. So.
Absolutely. And there's really 3 different kinds of stresses that us as humans undergo. There is physical stress. So if you have a bump or a bruise or an arthritic hip or bad shoulder, that's a physical stress. And that is going to play a role in impact your health. Well, there's 2 other stresses. The other one are chemical and emotional stresses. So emotional stresses, if someone is going through a very stressful time, like in the holiday season, we have lots of family coming over. You have all the baking, all the expectations to meet.
Expectations, I think, is the key word.
Expectations,
there.
right? I think it's a Chris Farley movie. If at first you don't succeed, lower your standards.
Yeah.
And so maybe we need to just lower our standards for having a perfect holiday season.
Yeah.
And that in and of itself goes a long ways in alleviating a lot of the stress, not having to have everything be so perfect.
Right.
It's okay
I'm all over
if it's
that.
not. Yes.
I think I've learned in my age to do that a little bit more each and every year.
Yes, you need to let go.
Yep,
need to
let
go.
go of some of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So emotional stress is a very, very real stress that we put on ourselves. And oftentimes, that's stress that we put truly on ourselves. Nobody else is expecting more out of us than we do ourselves. And so if we can just simply relax, truly enjoy the season for what it's meant to be enjoyed, time with friends, time with family, and truly making the most out of it instead of trying to put all of that pressure on ourselves.
Yes, exactly. So how about the chemical stressors that,
So
our
the chemical
body does
stresses
go through changes like
absolutely.
that. You notice them.
Absolutely. So chemical stresses, these are other chemical toxins that get inside of our body. One of the most notable ones are sugar and alcohol, especially during the holiday season.
And we eat a lot and consume a lot of that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so one really easy tip that I have been doing, me and my family have been doing for the past 10 years, is with any traditional Christmas cookie or any traditional Christmas baking, we simply take the sugar that is called for in the recipe and we cut it in half.
Oh, okay.
You're automatically cutting the amount of sugar that you're consuming in half.
Yes.
And I really can't taste it.
I was going to ask that because, really, it's not like, you're going to miss flour. You miss out on some flour, for example, that's going to add, change your recipe a little bit. But sugar, no, not really.
And you don't taste, it doesn't change the flavor, and you're automatically decreasing and cutting that chemical stress by half.
Great one. Great tip. I love it.
And then the next one, it's a little bit less popular, but go easy on the sauce. Let's maybe take the amount of alcohol that we typically consume, enjoy that drink for what it is, instead of focusing on how many we can have. Just simply enjoy, again, refocus the reason for the season and refocusing where we actually derive our pleasure from. It's not from the massive amount of alcohol. And really what this is, what you're doing, is you're decreasing inflammation in the body. You cut back on sugar, you cut back on alcohol. That's going to make the next day less regretful. You're going to have more mental energy, more emotional energy as well, because you're not so exhausted from the day before.
Right. Huge.
It is.
I think that's huge. Well, and not to mention, because alcohol does have a lot of sugar in it, but other things too. You want to have a clearer head the next day.
Absolutely. Right? And one last thing. I know I talk about it every time on here, but it's because it's that important. That's water. Proper hydration. Take your body weight, divide it in half, and that is how many ounces in water you should be drinking every single day. Okay. And it just do it. One really easy tip to make certain you're getting plenty of water is after you figure out how many ounces, drink from a big glass. I have a big 25-ounce glass. I know I need to get 3 of those per day, and I'm good.
I love it. And that water just makes you feel like $1,000,000. I mean, you notice, you truly do notice. I mean, try it sometime. I mean,
Absolutely.
for those people, I've been doing that tip.
Yes, and it's well, think of it this way. Water is like lubrication for your body. It's your WD-40. It increases your metabolism. It increases your overall energy. That brain fog that you experience in the middle of the afternoon, drink water. That's your brain starting to slow down because it doesn't have the water necessary to actually operate.
Awesome tips. Thank you so much, Forrest. Appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
Coming up on today's show, online shopping is a go-to for many of us, and just ahead, how to stay safe from scammers that are finding new ways to follow us online.